I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy. No, Crinkle. No, that's awful.
Lee, that was a violation.
I'm
sound violation.
Really, honestly, PMSing right now. And if anything sets me off, I will
relapse,
blow up.
Honk and I did Euphoria makeup today. Did I say it right or wrong?
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
I wish. Am I right?
What?
Molly.
Molly's a good time.
Molly's a great time.
Okay, do you guys, when you guys used to do it, did you guys like to just do Molly without drinking, or did you guys like to like get fucked up and then do Molly?
Both.
Always drinking.
I did it one time without drinking and I was like, boring.
No, it's so fun.
Yeah, you got to drink a little bit. Come on.
No, it's fun without it. It's fun always.
No, wrong.
We did do Euphoria makeup today.
We did do Euphoria makeup.
Channel our...
You did Maddie. I did Cassie.
Because I literally am Maddie.
Okay.
Maddie's the baddest. People think that Sydney Sweeney's the hottest. Alexa Demi all the way.
It just
Alexa
depends.
Demi
Like, do you like ass and sass? Do you like sweet
Tits and
titties?
cute.
Yeah.
She's sweet and cute. Not my type.
Yeah. You said, I'm good on the tits.
I'm good on the tits. Give me the chaotic Alexa Demi.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay. Who's the most fuckable character? Do you think?
Fezco. Fezco. 100%.
I bet Lee thinks it's Ashtray.
Ashtray is the little brother in Euphoria. He's probably, how old do you think he is? 9, somewhere between 9 and 12.
14, maybe.
14?
Yeah.
My age range.
Oh. And that's undoxed.
No one knows where I live.
We will be dropping Lee's address after the show.
Oh my God, I'm horrified.
I'm
working with a bunch of fucking predators.
Okay, yeah, honey. We're just trying to fit in. But here's the thing. Didn't someone just tell you that they didn't think Zendaya was hot?
Yeah, and here's what I'm really pissed off about. Is that they didn't put fucking vanilla in my latte. It's just a plain ass espresso and milk.
That sucks. But here's the thing. Gabby and I keep going to this new coffee shop and they're really friendly and hot there. They have the best fucking treats ever.
Good. And the coffee's great when they get it right.
But they don't get it right. That's the kind of like the gag.
Hey, call back to pet fucking peeves. Don't mess up the coffee drink. When I ask for it iced, don't make it hot. When I ask for vanilla, don't skip out on the fucking vanilla.
So it's 2 days in a row of them getting it wrong. But will we be back tomorrow? Obviously. Yeah.
Will
we enjoy the hurt?
Yeah. Will I ever say anything to anybody that works at a coffee place? No. If they're like, is it good? And if I hate it, I'll say, yeah, it's so good. Thank you so much. Because I don't have the balls to say something.
No.
Also, another pet peeve, I hate that term. I don't know. He doesn't have the balls.
I also, on the reverse side, though, I don't like that. And then I also don't like it when people try and do like the feminist version of like, I don't have the ovaries. Just shut the fuck up.
Nobody says that. Only fucking jackasses say that. Only people, the same people that say adulting are the same ones that say, oh, the ovaries. Fuck.
My ovaries can take a punch. Shut the fuck up.
No, they can't.
Prove it.
Yeah. Then you'll be infertile.
Anyway, so we saw a car crash when we were coming over here.
We sure did. It crashed right into
Bar Covell.
A restaurant, a favorite restaurant, a bar, nice favorite bar restaurant, and a car had driven directly into it. And as we drove past, we saw them lifting a body out of the bar. Was it dead? Was it alive? We'll never know.
They weren't for real dead.
They were for real something.
It was heavy. Like for real.
They looked heavy when they were being carried out.
Yeah.
Maybe they were napping.
Just like carried?
Well, no.
Yeah, the body was being pulled from the car. The carcass was being removed.
No, it wasn't. They were carrying it like in a canvas sheet. And you could see
I was just trying to help your story, but
it was covered?
It was in a thing.
No, it wasn't covered. It was on like a gurney, right?
It wasn't on a gurney. It was in
on like a backboard.
No, what? It was in a fight. You could see the weight of the body.
You put some green eyeshadow on. You forget how to fucking act. God.
No, because you guys are making up all this shit and I'm saying, you're not listening. What I'm saying is I saw the weight of the body. They were pulling it out on like a sheet. So the body was slumped.
You talk like
inside
an
of the
older
sheet.
woman when you get upset.
No, because I'm fucking pronunciating because you guys, obviously, I don't know where the fuck your heads are at, but you're not listening.
We're on
So if I
Molly.
have to clarify like an adult woman, I will.
An adult. No, you're about to say you're adulting. Stop.
I would never say that. I had to wear a hat today because my hair is something else.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
I know. What are you going to do, huh?
Well, have you tried pulling it down?
They say, oh, well, don't straighten your hair. They say, well, if you don't want to damage it, don't straighten it. But if I don't straighten it, it looks stupid. And then I straighten it.
Honk. I say this with love, but you look like an edgier Joe Dirt today.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
And you look like an edgier HRC.
Okay. HRC wishes she had perky tits like mine.
Haha, you have to fuck Bill Clinton.
They don't fuck. That's the gag. They haven't
true.
fucked long before since Monica.
So then I'm fucking Monica in your HRC. Bad bitches only.
Ew. Ew, put that little slug tongue back in your mouth. Anyway, so I guess that's it for the corpse story.
It was not on a fucking gurney. It wasn't on a plank. It was in a thing. Harper didn't see a body being dragged out of a car
all I'm saying is they were removing it.
from the bar.
Yeah.
Somebody carried the
But the
arm
bar
separate.
had what's it called? The fucking like fence around it.
Yeah, it sure did.
Whatever. The point is it was a fucking bummer. And we always get coffee every single morning right by there. I'm gonna fucking hit you with a car. I can't even drive, but I'm gonna pay
can't even
someone
drive?
to. God.
But honestly, if you did drive, you would hit me with a car because you don't drive.
I don't fucking drive. Jesus Christ.
You get what you picking up what I'm putting down?
No.
So a lot of people last week said that they loved us dragging our roommate Joy. Thank you so much. I will
I'm
gladly
worried,
do it
though-
again.
But here's the thing. I'm worried that someone's going to fucking snitch on us. Because
None of it is something I would never not say to her face.
No, I know. But here's the thing. I like to do things in doses. And we aired out every single grievance that we've ever had.
Hey, it's okay. She's been my best friend for over 12 fucking years.
Been my roommate for 2. So that bond, it's the same thing. But
Same thing. Any of that? It was so funny because one of her old roommates, who's also my friend, DM'd me. He was listening to the podcast and he was like, I just got to say I'm listening to you guys dragging Joy. And as her former roommate, I completely agree. And I was like, yeah, I know you do.
Okay, here's the thing that's really funny about that is, so yet again, she piled up the dishes and then Gabby did them all. Because I was trying to do
She was having a panic attack in the kitchen, being like, "These dishes are something else. These dishes are something else."
Literally,
it's
she's
"Bitch,
like
they're
going
yours."
and looking at them, creating like, "Oh God, what are we gonna do with these dishes?" And I'm like, "Do that." And then I'm,
Oh yeah, and I did all of them, and then she cooked a fucking feast the other night. And this bitch,
well, no, you're missing. So before that, she walks in, and Gabby had done all the dishes, and she goes, "Oh my God, the sink looks so good." And I was like, "Oh my God, girl, that's because your dishes are gone." And then she cooks a fucking Thanksgiving feast for one and then leaves all the dishes yet again. She's like, "A lot of dishes. Uh-oh." And
all
then
the bowls, every tray in the house.
I love what are we gonna do? Meaning like,
yeah,
I can't handle this, so could you please?
I know. And then usually I used to do her dishes, and then I got like I
You're at
created
wit's
like
end.
a cold war, and I was like, no, I will not. I won't even like step into the kitchen. I won't even get water in the kitchen. That's like how I'm like, that's not me.
All I know is that I can rest at ease knowing right now that you put them away yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I did them before that, so everything else hers.
All I know is that we are now legally considered mommy's little helpers because we just go in like cute little elves and clean it all up.
We sure do. So what else has been going on this week? Nothing. Let's get to what's our subject today?
No. Well, wait. It was so cute. Thank you, Noah, for shouting us out.
Oh, we got a write up in Vulture today, which is a big deal.
That was really fucking cute.
Cute and fun.
Yeah.
What else has been going
That
on
was
this
so
week?
cool. Honestly, that was really cool. It was the first time I've ever been written in anything.
No, it's really cool. Me
Yeah.
too. I never make those lists that are like comics to watch. Never made that.
I'm only on suicide watch, but here's the thing. It was refreshing to be on an actual good list.
It was the only list that I've ever made was Kenny Lyons' list 6 years ago about the top worst and best comics in LA. Kenny Lyons, by the way, is an unhinged
Loving the name already.
You never met Kenny Lyons?
No, I don't know who the fuck that is.
So in the comedy scene, there's this guy. Well, he's not really in it anymore because he got banned from every single anything in LA. When I first started comedy, he was at all the open mics. He would take off his clothes and scream, "I'm gonna shoot this place up." And he would then say, "Nobody, you guys don't know comedy. You guys don't know comedy. All of you are a bunch of fucking pussies," naked, screaming that he was going to shoot the place up. Anyway, he wrote a list of the best and worst comics in LA. I fortunately made the worst.
What an honor.
He wrote up Nicole Amy Schreiber, amazing comic, said, "Love Nicole, so fine, would fuck you." Said the same thing about Hannah. He said, "Hannah, hot little Jewish girl, would fuck the shit out of you." And that was the Kenny Lyons list
Wow.
of comics to watch.
And then he bashed you.
And then he bashed me.
Okay, fuck.
Don't get what the hype is about.
Okay, Kenny will run up.
Okay,
Jesus.
well, Kenny,
I think I know him.
unfortunately, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I think it's really interesting how open mics definitely attract like the school shooter types.
100%.
Or not even, you know what? We don't need to limit it to schools, like just kind of any shooter.
Any kind of anything.
Except for a straight shooter. That's the only thing that they don't attract.
I love that. I thought you were going to back it up. You're like, nope.
No, I'll triple down actually. Oh my God. I was on the metro the other day and the guy, he probably goes to open mics, but he was like, "I'm going to kill everybody on this fucking
He
train.
for sure goes to open mics.
I'm going to fucking shoot everybody on this train."
Yeah.
And it was just him and I on the train. And I was like, here's open. But
Yeah, he goes to open mics.
he had terrible
Did
aim.
you ask
so-
him what his handle is? His Instagram handle? Did you tell him that there's an open mic at the Clubhouse at 4 p.m.?
I said,
Every
"I
Friday?
don't know what your stop is, but you need to come with me." No.
Yeah, I know a place where you get some stage time.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the Comedy Nook on Melrose?
Hey, what about Hollywood Comedy? Also on Melrose.
Woo!
Hey,
Also on Melrose.
Slotted. I'll see you there. I'll pay for you. So,
No.
what happened?
Oh no! I fucking dropped my iPad and it
Oh,
like
shit.
did that. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, weird.
Is the top screen?
So it does that thing where it like creates a line. Look,
Oh yeah, the LED screen.
God damn it!
It's fixable though.
Fuck me.
Did you crack it?
Not me pulling up this picture of myself where I drew where I potentially want my next tattoo. Everyone can see.
Is it going to be a butterfly?
Sure is.
Love that.
Everybody says don't do a throat tattoo. Guess what? Fuck off. Doing
Okay,
it on the
maybe-
10th.
You know, as someone who doesn't have a single tattoo, I love throat tattoos. I think they look so cool. So I say, tat it up.
You also said that I should use numbing cream. So you're not to be
No,
trusted.
Gabby was saying that her throat hurt and her stomach hurt after getting tattooed. And I said, not to be a genius, I'm trying to stay humble. I said, why don't you just use numbing cream? Why do you have to feel the pain?
Yeah.
Well, it like inflames the skin too. It's not great.
Okay, well, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, but that's part of the fun.
So it's coming up. It's coming up. We're going to do it right here.
Okay, perfect.
So today's subject, I'm sounding extra monotone today. It's because I'm PMSing and I've got some thoughts in my fucking mind. Today, we are doing intrusive thoughts, which
Mhm.
I love.
Yeah.
Got some dark ones. Harper and I discussed yesterday some of our darkest ones, which I said I cannot legally say on this podcast, but most of them I can say.
I would say that you and I are kind of like hovering around the same level of numbness.
Mhm.
And I think that's like why this friendship works. But some of the ones that you were telling me yesterday were kind of like awakening me. I was like, oh,
Yeah. They are dark. I told my boyfriend the same thing. I said, these are the darkest intrusive thoughts I have. And he's like, you gonna say that on the podcast? I said, nope. And he said, good, don't say any of that. I was like, I won't, because I can't have that being recorded. Well, guess what, Lee? You
Well,
don't get to fucking know.
here's the thing. We'll obviously tell you. But here's another thing. I think that it's going to be good hearing other people's.
Yeah. And then we can chime in.
Also, here's the thing. Every single fucking person has dark thoughts. Like it's just, you know, like, oh, like why the fuck would I think that?
Except for Joy, because I asked her if she had intrusive thoughts, and she's like, no, I
No,
don't have them. And I'm
Joy's
like, girl,
intrusive
that's because you're always
thoughts-
on fucking mushrooms.
That is true.
And not
And
doing the
acid.
dishes. Yeah.
She's on acid, not thinking about dishes. And then like, I think her intrusive thoughts are
And
just
meditating.
like, I wish I could get everyone a hug or like,
That is it.
or like, I love my family. And then that's it.
That's it. Yeah. If I could, I would kiss my whole family right now.
I wish everyone would have a great night. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, so
mine
she
are a
doesn't
little
have one.
different.
Oh,
Alright.
so open up with one of yours, just one of yours that you want that you
Yeah,
can say.
yeah.
Look at he's being sick right now. He wants me to admit to the
Just or you can't.
disgusting
You want to set
things.
everybody up to admit their secrets and then not give yours.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Gab.
I know, but I know what you're doing right now.
What am I doing?
You're trying to get me to say the grossest one, which I can't say.
I'm
No,
not.
that's
I'm
just you
saying-
being a pervert
Yeah.
wanting to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my most frequent intrusive thoughts that I truly fucking hate, I hate this, is that every time, because I go on a walk like every day, and every time I walk past like smeared shit or like pieces of shit on the sidewalk, which is very frequently because it's LA and people shit on the fucking sidewalk. I think
Humans,
about
dogs,
dogs, all of it.
everything.
I think about eating it. I think about picking up the
Really?
poop and putting it in my mouth. And sometimes it's so bad that I can't look at it because I'm like, I gotta not look at this poop.
Wow. See, that wasn't.
I love that.
Or I think about licking it. And when I see really disgusting things on the ground, I think about what if I just put my mouth on that?
Bitch.
It's horrible.
Ew.
The shit really stresses me out. The shit ones really stress me out because I'll look at it and I'm like, fuck, no.
I knew
But I think
you
about
were
how
into
easy it would be to just eat it.
Here's the thing, and I didn't know that she was going to say that, but I've always known that you're into like some sort of shit play. I'm
not into shit play.
Yeah, you are,
I'm
because
not
you
into
want to
fucking
literally
shit play.
play with it. That's what you're
I don't
thinking
want to
about.
play with it. That's just my intrusive thought.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to fucking pick it up and pop it into my mouth for fun.
yes, you do. You want to tic tac that shit, literally.
No, I fucking don't.
Okay, well,
But I do think about it every time I walk past it.
every single time.
I am not. Yeah, every single time.
Yeah, you're into shit play. Okay, here's.
I'm not in the fucking shit play.
Yeah, you fucking
All
are.
right, what's yours, Harper?
Okay, well,
Don't copy mine. Because I know you want to.
don't worry, sweetie. Okay, well, I was telling you this the other day, but whenever I'm holding a knife, it doesn't matter if it's a butter knife, it doesn't matter what type of knife it is, plastic, doesn't matter. I always think about just turning it in and just stabbing myself in the stomach. And I like get like an urge to, and sometimes I have to like toss the knife a little bit.
That's a pretty common one, I think.
I always feel like it. And then like it gets like, I don't know, it gets the adrenaline rushing.
Yeah.
And then even if I'm like looking at it, I don't even have to be holding it. But if I just like look at the knives, I'm like, what if I just walked over and just stabbed myself?
Yeah, crazy, right?
Good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I like that one.
Or stabbing people in your vicinity. I do think about that too. When I have a butcher's knife in my hand, I'm like, I could just fucking.
Just
Yeah.
okay. I get this when I'm in Ubers all the time. I always sit in the back seat, but I always just think like, what if I just reached forward and just grabbed the wheel and yanked it? I always think that.
So I was just thinking. So that's when I get is when I'm driving. I'm like, I could just drive into like a tree right now.
Yeah.
Into Barcode.
That's a very common
I
one.
could just drive
Into
like in.
Barcode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's we got a lot of emails that have that. I think that's a super common one. Whenever I'm on freeway, whatever the fuck, the like big freeways that are above the freeways,
An overpass.
overpass.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, just like turn off.
I
and
think about just
off
like
the bridge.
yeah, just
That's a
like
good
turning
one.
off an overpass and just
So I want to share
Scary.
mine. Can I share mine?
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So when I worked, I'll cut it out if it's bad. But when I worked concert, so I've worked concerts my whole life, concerts and live events, and I always like during like the peak of the performance, fantasize about just cutting the power or like turning the sound off or like something that would just completely ruin it for everybody in that room. Like you have 1,000 people there and just like completely ruin the vibe and just laugh in everybody's face.
That's a good one.
That is fun.
God, what is? Yeah,
That's
a good
fun.
one.
I did that at a swim meet in high school one time. We were at a pool and I just turned off the entire electricity and everything.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to do that
It was
so bad.
Here's the thing, it was worth it.
Really?
And that's like what the one instance where if you have an intrusive thought, act on it, because that was fun.
I always think about yelling, like when I'm watching comedy. I always think about like yelling at comics.
Do you?
I do think about it of just being like "fuck you" or like I think about really just being like
Just
saying
popping
some
off?
nasty shit. I also sometimes think about doing that when I'm on stage too, of just dropping it and being like, God, fuck all of you guys.
But to be fair, you sometimes do that.
Yeah, I sometimes do that, but
Yeah.
like not in like the way that happens in my head. Okay, well let's get to it before we waste any more fucking time.
Okay, great.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Don't look into the camera like that again. Don't.
Hi, Gabby, Harper, and Lee. Trigger warning for suicidal ideation. Love it already. You want intrusive thoughts? Have I got a tale for you? So I have diagnosed OCD. With OCD, intrusive thoughts are a commonality. I will just be chilling and all of a sudden my brain says, you should stab yourself right now, like for fun. Wouldn't that be so fun? You should do it. Learning to deal with intrusive thoughts means being able to brush off some dark shit. Last year, the OCD was kicked into high gear. I was dealing with existential OCD, so my obsessions were about the meaning of life and if it was even worth living. The intrusive thoughts that followed, you should just kill yourself. Then you'll know what comes after death. Don't you want to know? Kill yourself. Like, damn, I was just minding my own business. I'm on the other side of it now because lots of therapy and medication, but Lord, that was an unpleasant time. Intrusive thoughts, so fun. I love you all and look forward to every Sunday.
Oh my God.
Um,
Fuck. Okay, I love you too, but Jesus fucking Christ.
well, that is so I was a couple of years ago, I listened to a Radio Lab episode on a guy who like was triggered by he was watching like a really gory, scary movie with his wife, and he like after watching it, it like fucked him up so badly that he couldn't stop thinking about these scenes and then what it would be like to act out like really gory, horrible things, so much so that it like tortured him into getting into like severe therapy. And he would be in the instance where he would have a butcher knife and he would be telling his wife like, I'm afraid to be around you because I feel like I'm going to stab you. And so she would be like, well, hold the knife up to me and see if you actually would. And then he would, and he wouldn't be able to do it. And so she'd be like, they're just thoughts. You're just having thoughts. Like intense.
She's a baddie for that though.
Yeah. So
do it.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
like, oh.
For real.
And
yeah.
just like a classic man, he couldn't.
He couldn't pull through.
Little pussy.
He talked a big talk.
Oh my God.
Big game.
I used to date someone with OCD, and I never knew because like I feel like we all just think like, oh, like I just like my room clean, that's OCD, or oh, I'm gonna go wash my hands 15 times. But like, yeah, it's because like you get these gnarly, like sinister thoughts.
Yeah.
And that are just so intrusive, and then like that's like why people like do these rituals because like, okay, if I wash my hands 17 times, then my mom won't die, or like then I won't have to kill myself, or
so gnarly.
It's so complex.
Yeah, your brain just gets stuck on an idea, and it like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean,
it's kind of like how
dread.
like our brains
Yeah.
have like like caps for fear sensory and whatnot. Like if you have OCD, like I feel like it's you don't have like a cap on that part of your brain to control the they're like to turn that thought off.
we'll
really
have to get
fascinating.
we'll have to get a.
We got to get a fucking scientist up on
we'll
here.
get a brain scientist.
Because
In
my
here.
back hurts from being the only scientist right now.
You fucking wish. You fucking wish
I
you were the
just-
only scientist in here.
You're just jealous because I'm the only scientist on here.
I listen to way more science podcasts than you do.
Too loud.
And the little tip that you just dropped about the brain, about the brain, I told you that yesterday.
Prove it.
So I'm the scientist.
Someone's getting angry.
Don't fucking eat my ass.
Joe Dirt's getting angry. Yassified Joe Dirt is. You're just mad because my titties are full of science.
Stop. They are not.
I am full of knowledge and science.
God, I will fucking.
You'll do what? Come to my seminar because I'm a scientist?
I did not. I think the highest grade I passed science in was a D plus.
Okay.
Okay,
Are you bragging? Because mine was an F. For a fantastic scientist. Okay, I'm done.
an F for fucking big fat tits.
Run up.
Okay, next one. And every time we get here, it turns into fight night for me. This is a podcast where I come to really unleash my anger. Okay,
Here's the thing. You're just jealous because I'm a scientist. Okay, go.
you fucking wish. You literally
I have a lab
wish.
coat.
You literally don't have a lab coat.
You don't know?
You don't have a fucking lab coat.
You don't know?
Our big-
Also,
Yeah, go for it.
Nelly, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, what?
Did you find my dress?
I don't know.
Harper has one of my dresses, and I need it back. Last episode was hot. This episode is cold. Okay. Did you? What was it, Lee?
Oh, our biggest fan offered to be our science advisor, but I don't know if he's a
Here's
brain
the thing. Our
scientist.
biggest fan did offer to be our science advisor, but I feel like he's going to skin us.
I think I'm good with that.
So I can't tell if I want you to be our science advisor. I'm still feeling your ass out.
Yeah, I don't know about
Not
that.
like that, but
We'll go into that in the Patreon.
yeah.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, next one.
So I have 2 bunnies that live a very spoiled life and that I hold
Bunnies.
very dear to my heart. But I constantly get these awful intrusive thoughts to cut their stomachs open with a knife. I would never actually do this, but my brain likes to think up ugly, stupid scenarios, and it bothers me so much. I also get weird intrusive thoughts when I'm driving, sometimes like driving off a cliff, but I heard those are pretty common. Anyway, love the podcast, and thank you for getting me through all those long days at work. Okay. Yes, on the cutting the bunnies open with a knife. Whenever I'm around my cats and I have a knife, I think about cutting their tails off or stabbing them. I would never.
You would fucking never. But yeah, you told me that the other day and I was like, but I feel like that's so fucking common. It's like when you just think something is so cute, you just have this bizarre urge to like,
I don't
kill
even know,
it.
but I don't even know if it's a cute thing. It's just like something that's like, I could just do this.
Because you're like, I'm bigger than you. It's like it's maybe like a twisted god
It's
complex.
some weird shit where I have a
complex.
knife and I'm like, I could cut their tails off. And it's a horrible thing because then you play out the scenario in your head and how much they would be hurting. And it's just like, no, it's a horrible thing. I have the same thing with babies. I think about that all the time with babies. I think about throwing them, stomping on them,
No, okay, so
dropping them,
yes.
fighting them.
Pulling their little arms out of their socket.
Yeah,
oh my
swinging
god!
them
See, but that's the thing.
around.
It's so fucking insidious. But obviously, we'd never fucking do it. I was telling you,
never do that. I like that, but I'm like kind of low key afraid to be around babies because those intrusive thoughts are so much. But like, I also love babies. I see babies and I want to cry.
you love babies.
I love babies. I see them and I want to cry, and I could look at babies all day long. But then it's also that other part of your head that's just like, I dare you to fucking curb stomp this baby.
Better than I dare you to fuck this baby. Lee.
No!
Yeah, we all know what Lee's thinking.
Low key, I've also had that thought, which I don't think
That's
is
why you and
okay.
Lee get along so well, because you guys run some baby fucking bullshit.
I would never fuck a baby. I would literally never fuck a baby.
Prove
but-
it.
All right, give me a baby, and I'll prove to you how much I won't fuck it.
Get a baby in here.
Yeah, so somebody give us your baby. Well, that's one. Yeah, that's one. That is an intrusive thought, a series of intrusive
Yeah,
thoughts.
that is.
I'm not a baby. So.
Yeah, we're not babies.
We can't have a podcast that's revolving around us saying how much we would not fuck babies. We just got written up. We can't get canceled yet. Yeah, no, not yet.
Fuck.
Just for the record, anybody that ever goes back and looks through this trying to cancel us, none of us would fuck babies, okay?
Yeah,
My hands
none.
are clean.
None of us.
Have I thought about it? Yeah, but would I do it? No.
No.
Okay, moving on.
It's not making it better.
What? It's an intrusive thought episode.
It is intrusive thought episode.
All right, next one.
Dude, wait. Whenever you're like with your friend and your friend's crying or something, or like your friend's like being very vulnerable,
Punch them in the face.
I always think like, what if I just slapped you in the
Yeah,
face
I
right
always
now?
think about that. I always think about that. I always think about punching people in the face.
Yeah.
Would never do it, but it's definitely an intrusive thought.
Wouldn't it be the most help sometimes, though?
No.
No.
One of my best friends is European, Eastern European, and she slapped me in the face one time when I was getting really worked up, but we were all drunk and I just like looked at her. I'm like, oh no, don't do that. And then
Absolutely
she
not.
goes, you're fine. And I was like, yeah, I guess I am.
No.
And then it was
absolutely
okay.
not. That would be fucking
Yeah.
fight night.
So I guess you
No.
could say I can take a punch.
I hate being tapped. I hate being, I hate it. I hate
Being
it. I hate it.
manhandled. Yeah, it's like,
Hate
okay, no.
It. This one time, I had a friend who fucking acted on her weird ass intrusive thought. I won't say her name, but it was one of my friend's birthdays, and we were at a bar out in public, and I'm sitting there having a conversation with two of my friends, and my other friend comes up behind me and squirts a big bottle of Heinz ketchup in my fucking hair.
Name brand.
Yeah, name brand Heinz. Yeah, and I'm just sitting there having a fucking conversation, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I look up at this bitch, and she's like, "I'm so sorry, I don't know why I did that." And she's like, "Are you mad?" And I'm like, "I have ketchup all over my fucking head." And then she like rushed me to the bathroom and was like trying to get it out. And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that." And after that, I was like, I need to go.
So scientifically speaking, she is a cunt. But
Yeah.
That
what
is-
the fuck was that? That was some like truly intrusive.
that's like her being possessed.
She commented on that. She was like, I don't know. I just had that thought and and it just came over me. And I'm like, you're fucking weird. No.
How do you come back from that? My bad, girl.
All of my
It's like,
friends were like, I
no.
would have beat her ass. And I was like so in shock that I was just like, I'm
Too stunned to
leaving.
speak. Yeah.
I was too stunned to speak. I was like, I'm leaving?
It's like that TikTok, like, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. She said, squirt, squirt, squirt. That is crazy.
She did. And yeah, everybody was like, I would have beat that fucking bitch's ass.
I didn't know. I've heard this story before, but I didn't know you were in public.
We were in public. We were at a fucking bar.
I thought you were at someone's house.
No. we were
Oh,
in
that's like
fucking-
15% worse.
Yeah, it was 15% worse. It was a fucking public
Did you leave, or
house.
were you just kind of like,
Yeah,
all right,
I
I'm a
left. I
tomato
kept
girl?
up in my fucking hair. I was like,
I didn't know if you were a down bitch or not.
No.
Okay.
I was reeking of ketchup.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't party when you smell like fucking ketchup. Don't miss tits. Okay, next one.
I don't know. Miss Tits would have rallied.
Miss Tits is. Lee's crying.
Yeah, Lee's crying.
You're
'cause you can't-
lactating. I'm pissed. All right. All right.
Lactating.
I snuck off to the bathroom at work to type this to you guys. Love that.
I thought you were going to say masturbate.
I've done that too.
You're a predator.
I kind of am a predator. I have done that. I used to do that at work when I was really busy, and I would just be frustrated. I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking jerk one off in the bathroom.
With like a vibe or just like,
Fingers
Old
only,
fashioned.
baby.
okay, good for you.
Wild, right? I don't know. There was something about like the knowing that you're not supposed to do that like makes it way
The
more fun.
taboo-ness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it.
I'm with it. Yeah. No, anyway. Okay. I have always had really intrusive thoughts most of my life, but there are two that stick out the most. Number one, when I am doing dishes and turn on the garbage disposal, I always imagine
Yes.
what it would be like if I just shoved my entire fucking hand and arm down it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Number two, I work at a Smith's and do the tags and signage and tag the paper that we use. And the paper that we use is incredibly sharp, and I get paper cuts all the fucking time. When I'm printing tags, I always imagine taking the edge of the paper and cutting my fucking eyeballs with it.
You a freak, bitch.
That's horrible. I know this is not normal, and I would never fucking want to do this shit. Even typing this out makes me cringe and want to die. But
No,
I think
I
that's
love it.
why
It's
it
hot.
pops in my head because it's so horrendous. Yes, it is horrendous. That's a nightmare of one. But see, these are the thing. This is the thing about intrusive thoughts. Like you wouldn't act on them unless you're my fucking crazy cunt friend. But other than that, like it's just it's like you have these thoughts because they're like the opposite of what you're supposed to have. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. I got the sciences behind. Don't talk to me, Miss fucking tit sciences. But
Oh, you want to know the scientists or
What?
the science behind it?
the science tits.
The science tits behind it? Because I can tell you.
It's wild though. Like everybody has these insane fucking thoughts.
Everyone does, scientifically speaking. Everyone does. I'm so happy I could be here today.
You think you're fucking Stephen Hawking over here? You think you're fucking Stephen fucking Hawking?
I mean, I have epilepsy, so I'm the closest person to being Stephen Hawking.
that guy is wild.
And I can't drive, so
how did he?
I'm a scientist.
okay.
I am on time. How did he do it? Because it was like he didn't type, right? It was like his brain.
The most impressive thing about him is not him being a genius, but him cheating on his fucking wife with all those baddies.
him fucking pulling hose.
Yeah.
Hawking was fucking pulling.
Talk
hose.
about a fucking clit hound was Stephen fucking Hawking. He was slurping and sliding his way in and out of his marriage.
God, he was, huh?
Yeah.
Like he was in a
I didn't
chair?
know any of this.
Yeah.
Look up pictures of him.
Look
Bring
up
it
pictures of him. Talk
Yeah.
about fucking slurpaholic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about Cyberholic, Mr.
Mhm.
Mr. Horny Hawking.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's some leaks.
What?
What?
There's
What did you say?
Are you talking in baby talk or what's going on?
What did you say? Listen leaks?
Listen,
oh my God,
WikiLeaks?
I can't talk to that. Yeah, WikiLeaks.
Lee is sweating.
Lee is honestly
he know-
perspiring at the thought of just an infant.
Lee is fucking sweating today because he knows once this podcast gets out, he's gonna have a fucking lawsuit waiting for him outside of the door.
And shoot on this, Lee. Here's the thing. Actually, wait, this is not what we're talking
Yeah.
about, but this
Yeah.
is something that needs to be said. After doing a little bit of research,
Yeah.
I've decided that it is very plausible and likely that we could get Shauna Ray up on here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would love to.
Yeah. But you got to control yourself, Lee.
Hold
You can't
on,
be
is this
fucking
fucked
goo-goo
up? But we're
gagging
not,
about that bitch.
But we're not like exploiting her, are we? No, we're
No,
just like,
no,
okay.
no.
I mean, her story is fucking compelling.
I just want everyone to know that I do love Shauna Ray.
I do too. We watch her show.
Yeah, we
She's
watch her show
really
every single
interesting.
week. She's so interesting. She's a fucking firecracker. So fucking dope. Her predicament is fucking hard
And that's what I would want to talk about.
Yes.
And I know that she's probably sick of talking about it because it's all she talks about, but literally the only men that could date her are guys that have fetishes for literal 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
She probably has some of the best stories.
Best stories. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to baby her ass like her fucking older sister. Her older sister needs to calm the fuck down.
Yeah. I mean, her whole. Yeah. Okay. And ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Lee?
I was born ready. Yeah.
Let's see. I got in the habit of meowing like a cat when I have intrusive thoughts, often remembering something humiliating I've done.
Wow.
I was living by myself for a bit. There was no reason to keep a lid on my weird tics and habits. So I'd be rattling around the flat and an intrusive thought would come in and I'd try to push it out with a meow. If it's a good thought, I'd do a high-pitched wee. Problem is, my flatmate came back and having to squish 4 months of weird back inside was hard.
Yeah.
Especially if I thought she was out and I'd be weeing and meowing to myself and I'd suddenly hear her in her room. I also forget to not make the sounds when I'm out in public, too. I appreciate the small amount of anonymity. I have such a hard time saying that word.
I don't even think I could say it.
Anonymity. Whatever. That makes masks provide in those moments. Okay, I love that. That masks provide in those moments. It feels good to make these noises, but they bring their own problems with them. So I wouldn't recommend it. So every time you think about stabbing yourself in the stomach with a butcher knife, you go, meow. Yeah. Meow. I like, but what is the wee sound for? She said it was for like good intrusive thoughts.
Hold on.
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Every
time I have to read anonymity in 12-step, because you have to read anonymity, I fucking trip up and everybody makes fun of me. Actually, that's never happened. I don't know why I said that last part, but I do trip up. Nobody's ever made fun of me for it, though.
Okay. Don't spill your lies like a father spilling his seed. Okay.
Don't ever say that again. Not a father spilling his seed. All right, next one. How are we doing today? What's the energy like? Can we let's take a read of the room.
Okay, I'm feeling fucked up.
Lee, how are you feeling?
I'm great.
Great.
Yeah, you do seem stable and good. I'm feeling bad.
I walked in here today.
But it's like fun bad. Last week was sad bad. This is like fun bad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling wild because as soon as I stepped down to sit in here today, I got a phone call from an unknown number. It turns out it was my psychiatrist. Forgot we had a meeting today. Had a 7-minute conversation sitting in here on speaker with you guys. So do you want to, what's your medication? Well, you want to re-up your medication? What's going on?
You sleeping or what? And also my favorite part of that whole thing was that you just left her on speaker. I was like, okay, Gab.
Yeah, I'll record it on I'll release it on Patreon.
Yeah, I didn't even go into the other room or anything.
No, you did it and just left it on speaker.
I don't know. I've been pretty depressed recently.
I had just hit record and you're like,
really?
oh, I'm just going to take this call. Yeah, I stopped, but
That's
that
really
so
funny because I would have loved to have left that on, but then I'm like, that could be
no.
a lawsuit for me.
You'd sue us?
No, she could sue us.
I don't think so.
Really?
Let's fuck around and find out.
You're the patient.
Yeah, but she wouldn't know that I was recording her.
Now we need a law professor.
Don't ask Harper because she thinks that she's a
No, I'm only
professor.
for science and tits.
Okay,
I would have to call my brother back.
Oh, do you want to get a little spicy with me?
Hey, honks. Love you all. My most pervasive, dark, intrusive thought is, what if I just swerved into oncoming traffic?
That's so common.
So common. I don't know why it's so common for me, but nearly every time I drive, I have that thought or one similar. There's a bridge overpass over by one of the highways in Los Angeles that is stone or brick and old and crumbly. And accidents happen there a lot because the lanes split very suddenly and an exit comes up on you very fast. When my ex-husband dumped me unexpectedly and I would drive home from work at 2:30 a.m., I always thought about swerving into that stone overpass. When you're struggling, the idea of no longer struggling at all is a comfort, even if we don't choose that outcome. I mean, that
was deep.
That had a lesson at the end of it.
It did.
But we're not done. I also utterly despise children and fantasize about cutting the brakes on their parents' cars.
Oh my God. Okay, honey, now you're getting a little, that's not so intrusive. That's just like methodical.
Yeah.
Okay, going down to the local elementary school and just kind of going the fuck
going
off.
the fuck off
Yeah.
on anybody. Yeah. Huh. Or do you target the cars that has like, the little stick figures that's like mom, dad, brother, sister, and it gets like smaller and how
She probably loved Sandy Hook.
oh God, you probably did, huh? Yeah.
This.
She's just sitting there like, yes.
What? Oh, Lee, I
Oh, Lee,
didn't.
that's too much?
Oh, so that's too
we didn't love Sandy Hook.
Yeah, we didn't.
We're not saying, yeah,
cried
do it
that
again.
day.
Yeah, I did too. It was a shock
Yeah, it
to
was
everybody.
gruesome.
In the United
8 days
States.
before Christmas, imagining their little presents and their little shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Horrible.
God, clearing out the little shoe.
Horrible.
Then their little clothes.
Horrible.
I hated it. But this fucking pervert.
She probably loved it.
She probably was like, oh, more, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Lee.
saying we love it, Lee, so don't
Yeah, don't
get
fuck
it
our asses, Lee. We
twisted.
told you we don't like that shit.
Yeah, we don't like fucking kids dying.
Yeah, we don't like fucking kids,
guess
and we don't
what?
like fucking kids dying.
Yeah,
Lee.
we don't.
Thanks.
Yeah. Fucking hashtag save the fucking children.
Yeah.
Okay? Lee.
I'm really glad we cleared that up.
Oh, great.
Good.
Don't deflate my fucking tits. Okay.
You were right with the Sandy Hook thing. I bet she did love it.
Yeah, she probably fucking did.
That was horrible. It's fucking horrible.
Fucking.
Okay. Here I am with just a couple of my favorite and sometimes debilitating intrusive thoughts. Number 1, whenever I clip my toenails or fingernails, I imagine clipping my nipples and or clit off.
Bitch, you're broken. What? Whoa.
Just putting
Not
that-
clipping. So,
I've never had that thought.
so I want to know, do you have a snake clit or do you have just like a little like bean clit? So you don't have like what are we nipping and tucking?
Can you imagine?
No, I just closed my legs so hard. I'm like, oh my God, that no.
Clipping your nipples
Self-mutilation. Clipping your nipples off. Peeling them like pepperonis.
off. Ow. Owie.
You are wild.
That's interesting.
Damn.
Clipping my nipples and or clit off.
Ew.
That's wild.
No judgments, but you're a bit of a freak, boo.
Nail clippers on my teeth. Horrible.
Nail clippers
Horrible.
on your teeth.
Horrible. Horrible.
My front two teeth are fake, and I am so fucking sensitive about teeth, and that visual is so fucking insane. Ew, clipping them off.
Why are your 2 front teeth fake?
You got to tell the story now.
Sucking a rock hard boner, huh?
In 3rd grade, I was not doing that. I was laughing, and I got a big ass mouth. Okay, I got a big ass
It's not that
horse ass
big.
mouth. It's pretty big, and so and
It's not that big.
you wish it was. Actually, never mind. Anyway, so then we're gonna delete that joke. Anyway, but no, in 3rd grade, I was laughing, and I threw my head back to laugh, and my teacher opened the door,
No.
and it cracked my tooth off. Got it fixed. 8th grade. Oh my God. Either he tried to kiss me or gave me rock candy. It was like this whole thing. Anyway, then
How do you mix up kissing you and rock candy?
because I was slurping on both. And so then I was 21, and then it was on New Year's Eve.
Okay, but you didn't say what happened. You just said, "Oh, Paul Thomas Anderson."
Paul Thomas
kissed and a rock
Anderson
heart
came
and
up
a rock
and
candy.
fucking kissed me and
And
knocked
that
my
broke your
tooth
teeth?
out. And then
It was like they were already fake, so it just hit the
one of
caps
them was
off.
fake. And then when I was like 21, I was taking a drink or something, and I cracked both of them.
So you got new teeth after that?
Yeah.
So you're literally not meant to have teeth.
No, I'm not meant to have teeth.
So without additions,
These are
on,
veneers.
Did you get them completely removed, or do you still have like half teeth?
I have like little tiny nubs.
Prove
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Pull them out right now.
Okay.
I
can't. They're glued on. But I have to get them redone soon, so I'll send you a pic.
Don't believe you.
You're just jealous because I have a more interesting tooth story than you.
I had a big cap on one of the back of my teeth, and it would come out every time I would chew on really sticky stuff.
Oh. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
All right, you take it out.
And underneath it is this like little pathetic, like green shaved down tooth.
It's green.
It's green.
That's
in
cute.
the back. Yeah, it doesn't come out anymore.
They shave them way down to put caps on. I just had
Way
a root
down.
canal, and like it's like a whisper of a tooth. It's
Yeah, it
like
is.
it's like a hint.
It's a hint of a tooth.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Oh, something in my eye. Sorry. It's just when your eyelashes are so long and beautiful, it's just it's like fans. Like, ugh. It's hard.
Sorry.
When I used to get my eyebrows threaded, I would have intrusive thoughts while they were trimming my eyebrows with tiny scissors. I would imagine grabbing their wrist and making them stab me in the eye repeatedly with the scissors. This one felt intense enough that I had to stop getting my eyebrows threaded because I was convinced that one day this intrusive thought would bypass whatever the fuck in my brain and I would actually do it. Also, my eyes would start fluttering and watering while I was thinking about it. So I was embarrassed because everything is so fucking embarrassing. That's really funny.
Honestly,
and good.
that end sentence was the most relatable thing.
Everything is really embarrassing.
Yeah, everything is.
It is. Everything is embarrassing. Just
Everything.
like that fucking Sky Ferreira song, Everything is Embarrassing.
That's a song?
Yeah, Sky Ferreira.
Never heard of her.
Okay, when you guys cringe, like when you are reliving a cringe moment later
Mhm.
by yourself, do you like
Yes, make a face.
swear at yourself? Like I like vocalize.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a dumb piece of shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Really? You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Even in public?
Yeah, I swear myself out. Yeah, I curse myself out.
Oh, okay, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. You fight me because that's funny.
It is funny. Every time I have, it is funny. Every
It
time
is
I
funny.
have, yeah, it is funny.
We all
It's funny.
agree it's funny.
Every
It's
time I
funny.
have, like, if I have a memory, a humiliating memory or an intrusive thought, I always do like a face, like to myself.
Mm,
So if you see me around the house going,
like that.
yeah,
Okay.
means I'm having something dark.
I really
Means I'm
actually
thinking
I
about chopping your
empathize.
fucking tits off. Chopping your fucking tits off.
You fucking wish.
You literally
You
wish.
fucking wish that you could just come up and chop my fucking milkers off. But you fucking can't. These
what were you
others
gonna-
are here to stay.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
I really empathize with that girl who would like meow and shit because I don't do that, but I'll make like a sound. I'll be like,
Okay.
like if it's like a really bad memory, or it's like a hybrid of cursing and a sound. So I'll be like, fuck,
oh, really?
you know, just like to like shake it off.
What would you do if in the middle of the night one night you woke up and I was leaning over you with nail clippers trying to cut your clit off?
Come.
That's the right answer. Moving on. Okay. when people post thirst trap hospital selfies on Facebook asking for prayers, I want to comment, just find a coffin and close the lid. If you're able to post pics in the hospital, your ass ain't that fucking sick. Go die.
Okay, that's more of a pet peeve. But here's the thing.
Also,
We need to pull some up. I've never seen
never
that.
seen a thirst
I've never
trap in
seen-
a hospital.
Car crash was real bad.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
What?
I see them. Like when people like take pictures of themselves in the hospital bed and they're like, "Oh, I just got like my fucking surgery or whatever." But I'm like sad and normie. I don't know. I have like sad normie friends.
I think it's funny when people do it with like when they're getting BBLs or like boob jobs and they're like,
Yeah, that's fun.
but like it's like thoughty. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting hit by a fucking
I don't think it's thoughty. I think it was a metaphor there. It's more like
Like
it's like
sympathy
thirst
seeking?
trap.
Like attention
yeah,
seeking?
It's like thirst trap for sympathy. Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
sympathy trap.
Okay, well, gorgeous closing line, go die.
That's fucking funny.
If you're able to post pics in the hospital, your ass ain't that fucking sick, go die.
Okay. Your ass ain't okay.
Go die. Huh.
You're
He
fine.
said, get in a coffin right now. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, go die.
You know what I think? I think if people are doing that, they're just trying to get their little person to text them back.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just went through chemo. You just went through chemo and you're fucking had to get one of your legs removed because of cancer and you're going to take a picture and post it on Facebook? Fuck you.
Mm-mm.
Die.
Not hot.
Not hot. Oh, you want
Mm-mm.
attention because you have stage 4 lymphoma?
You know what it is? People.
You want sympathy?
What's that book? It's like The Fault in Our
Fuck
Stars.
you.
The Fault in Our Stars. That book
Did I
about
read
the
it?
two kids that have cancer. They're trying to make it into like a fucking rom-com. And then people started getting like, they're like, wait, is my illness hot? It's not.
God.
You're kind of a fucking bummer. Not hot, not interesting or original.
Just got the bottom half of my body removed because I got into a terrible car accident that almost left me dead for good.
I couldn't even listen to that because I just got bored. It's like literally don't talk about it. Don't post about it. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. It's not.
Take it to your fucking grave because I don't want to fucking.
Not hot.
I'm dead at this person actually getting riled up by that. Hey.
But here's the thing. I do understand just having just massive milkers and just needing to take pics of them no matter what the setting is. I do understand
I
that.
get that too.
No, but I think I just get it a little bit more. Scientifically speaking.
If you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah. I'm
because
sending
one of
nudes
your-
out.
if one of your legs goes missing or some shit,
Goes missing.
guess what?
Bitch, who's
you're-
gonna take it?
If your clit goes missing in the middle of the fucking night and
Okay,
you go,
stay away from
if
my
your
fingernails.
nipples and your clit go missing in the middle of the fucking night,
The second I moved in, I knew you were after my fucking nipples and clit hair. I fucking knew it.
clit hair?
What?
You said clit hair?
What did you just
clit
say?
hair.
You said clit
What,
hair.
no, what did you just say?
You said
No! Next fucking one. I'm sick of this shit. If you go to the hospital and you post anything about it, I'm calling the police.
Here's the thing.
Fuck
silky
off.
clit hair.
Honey, here's the thing. I
Yeah.
would never post about it because I'm just a very mysterious woman.
Pull up Harper's Twitter. Okay.
I'm
All right.
blocking everyone.
All right.
Ow.
Fuck. Sounded like a fucking clit snap to me, hunk. Okay. So I get quite a lot of intrusive thoughts, but this one is the most fucked up. I work in parental care and I spend a lot of my time working with people who just had a baby. Ooh, I can tell them to like this one. Lee. I help parents prepare for life with a newborn and make sure the little one is feeding and growing properly. So basically, the fucked up intrusive thoughts I get at work are horrifying images of me hurting the newborn. For example, repeated thoughts of the baby smashing their head on a table. I don't like to go into heavy detail because the thoughts can get pretty horrifying. Thankfully, I don't get them all the time. Usually, I notice an increase when I'm under a lot of stress. I'm in therapy, and that helps me get a grip on my intrusive thoughts. I know that I would never actually hurt the children I work with, so the thoughts don't necessarily scare me anymore, but they're still really annoying. I have found that the less I try to ignore them, the easier they are to deal with. So I just kind of allow the thoughts to come and I let them pass by. To end on a lighter note, the best intrusive thoughts I get is wanting to punch annoying men in the nose and really feel the crunch of their nose breaking under my fist. But I don't know if that's an intrusive thought or just a really common female experience.
Okay, I love that. And if you are ever going to punch someone in the face, make sure you're like holding something, like either like a
Really?
mascara tube or like a pepper spray bottle, because
Oh.
the impact can break your fingers.
Interesting.
So
The baby one, relatable.
I like the image of the infant head smashing, like how easy. would it
okay,
be to
Lee. Here's the thing. Here's
You
the
like
thing.
that image?
We're trying
I
to keep
just
your
thought
ass
it
in
was
line.
good. I thought it was
No, Lee, because now you're getting a semi for the fucking dead baby thing, and it's like, what's going on? Okay,
You
we're-
like the image.
I just
you
it
like
was a
finger
good-
painting with the baby's guts, and
it
I
was
don't
a good
understand.
submission, and I was just thinking about how easily a newborn's head would just smash.
Yeah, because they are like little
They're
watermelons.
like little jelly-
I know they're like
Yeah,
little
it would,
jellies.
It would pop like a balloon,
Little jellies.
little bloody balloon.
Oh, I do love babies so much. That is a horrific thought.
That is fucking dark, but good that you're in therapy and you'd never do it
Yeah, of course.
because you're looking
yeah,
at jail time,
yeah,
baby.
you can't do that. You know what? You can't bash a baby's head against a table. I don't like to go into heavy detail because the thoughts can be pretty horrifying. Yeah, that makes sense.
We feel you, girl. Did you know that there's actually been like a bunch of nurses that have been taking babies out of the mother's room after giving birth and then like switching the kids or like stealing the kids?
That's insane.
And that you don't actually need to have the baby leave the room. Like they can like give the child a bath and do everything unless they're going to like the NICU.
Why do they do that? I have heard stories of that.
Mhm. I went down a TikTok rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think I saw that on TikTok also.
My
Mhm.
mom didn't let me leave the room.
Oh,
when
really?
She had me. Yeah. Yeah, she made them do everything in the room.
Really?
Yep.
She was afraid of that?
Yep.
After hearing all these stories, that's what I would do. You're not fucking taking and touching my kid.
My mom said that she could tell that I was her baby as soon as I was born, and I quote, "Because your nose was so fucking big." So I wasn't switched. Sorry, are we interrupting something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait.
I'm done.
All right. Gentle Gabrielle.
Whoa.
Gentle Gabrielle, Harper-Rose, and Lee. I like that.
Coming in nice and smooth.
My first memory of having an intrusive thought was on a day that I was with my mother at the hardware store. I remember seeing the wall of hose, some of which were sharp and pointy, and imagining myself grabbing one, sprinting to the other side of the store where she was, and bashing her repeatedly with it.
Not, hey guys, let me just take you down memory lane.
We were having a nice day. I remember being so shocked and confused about why on earth my mind would present me with such a thing, especially since at the time I was a huge mama's boy. Nowadays, I have the standards.
Toxic.
Thinking about pushing people into traffic, leaping off a building, etc. You know, normal shit.
I like that we're all like suicide, but boring.
Driving into traffic, killing babies, easy, blah, blah, boring. That is actually really a wild one.
That's very wild.
Sprinting to the end of the store with a hoe and fucking
Just bashing.
Yeah. That's
Fuck.
a gnarly. I've never had a killing my parent one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Lee,
I don't know if I have.
you ever thought about bashing your mom with a rake?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
And we used
Okay,
to
that's
fight
good.
a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but never. No.
Interesting. This is interesting coming from a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm. Toxic.
Got something in there to unpack, Mr. Man. All right.
Mr. Man.
Okay, this one's gorgeous. Okay. Sometimes I think about the fastest exit in case of a shooter. How I would hope to not die, or if I could, play dead. I think about that a lot too, though. Like if I was in a movie theater and a shooter came in, I always think about how I would play dead.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing.
But would you or would you run?
No, you wait for a shot to be fired and then you act like it got you and then you just fall down. And then as you're down, maybe then you try and
Did you just make that up or did you hear that from like a specialist?
I mean, I am a specialist.
I'm fucking exhausted.
So-
I'm exhausted. I'm done.
Do we really need to cover this again?
Yeah. Do we?
No, we don't.
Because scientifically
Okay, Lee, would you play dead or would you run out?
I would probably run.
I would play dead.
honestly, if that's where I go, I am just a big believer in God's plan. So if that's the day that I go, that's a bummer, but I'm out.
What about would you play dead or try to fight back?
With
No,
a
I'm not
gun?
fighting back because that's the person that's shooting up the movie theaters. The person on that fucking train that I was on is the same person from the open mic making all those lists.
Yeah.
Like, you don't fight that.
I'm not fighting.
You don't
back.
fight that.
Not if they have a gun. The fuck are you gonna
Hell
do?
no.
But I also nobody would ever.
If I had like combat training, or if I was like, if I had ever taken like those Krav Maga classes my mom wanted me to
Right.
do, then maybe.
But you fight like a pussy, so you wouldn't be able to.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I can tell what you could like even the way you was armed.
No, the way that was actually really good form that I just did.
I for one know.
Stop with the face.
Here's the thing. I for one know if there was an active shooter in a movie theater that I was in, I wouldn't get shot.
I feel like you personally would get diarrhea.
Well, because I am so beautiful, they would probably see me and be stunned, and they'd be like,
you would get like talent scouted
yes
in the shooting.
They would come in there and they would say, "Wait a second, that girl is disarming me with her profound beauty. I can't shoot her." Sorry for you guys, but I would make it. If we were all in the movie theater, they would see me and they'd be like, shooting the other ones. Not Gabby. They'd see my nameplate necklace and they'd be like, Gabby?
Do you think? I think you would like kind of like stand up because it would almost be like, "Oh, my time is here."
Right.
They'd
Well,
be
also they'd probably be like, "Oh, I know you. You're so famous and so beautiful. I can't shoot you."
Mm.
You could just disarm them.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
With my beauty.
Yeah.
And make like you should
Makes
like
sense.
blow
Yeah.
kisses at them.
Yeah. So, fuck you guys. I'm making it out alive.
I buy it.
Turns out Lee's the shooter.
Yeah, Lee honestly is going to be the shooter.
Yeah, obviously.
On the other hand, I also think about what if I was the shooter?
Mm.
What would be the best way to kill the most people? Well, you'd have to get one of those guns that shoots really fast. I got.
Mm-hmm.
Like an Uzi.
Well, I don't know what they're called because I'm not a gun enthusiast.
Watch movies.
Not with
No, she
guns.
doesn't watch those movies.
I don't watch those movies, so I'm not sick.
Okay.
Lee's really exhausted with today's episode.
I don't know if it's today's episode or if it's a
Or if it's
singular
what-
person. But here's the thing. Okay, so they.
Well, he's not done. FYI, I have no urge. I repeat, no urge to shoot up a room of people. Just my girlfriend, JK.
Well, coming from this person, probably not JK.
I do like that one.
Have you guys ever thought about being a shooter?
Never.
No, I haven't. But I do get intrusive thoughts. Yeah, about that when it, like.
Have you
I mean, have I what?
thought about being a shooter?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
No, see, I think more about throwing children against walls, not shooting people.
Although I've only even shot a gun like once or twice.
Ugh, scary. I've never done that.
You've never shot a gun?
No, and I would be too afraid of owning one because I would be afraid of that I would just end up shooting myself in the face. or
That's why I
something.
think I can't own one because
Mhm.
I just know that like on some
Same.
dark shit, I'm just gonna like go do something.
Right, yeah.
I'd be playing with it and like fucking shoot my neighbor through the wall or something.
Some shit like
Oh
that.
my god! Okay, I feel like there used to be. Maybe it was like late '90s, early 2000s, or maybe it's still happening. Who the fuck knows? But anyway, I remember around that time period, there was so many kids dying from playing with their parents' guns. I think it was before it was like more normalized to like
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it more locked up.
Really?
The kids would be playing. Yeah, I feel like there were so many fucking
In
stories.
the like early 2000s, I feel
Yes,
like. Yeah.
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard about it all the time where like kids were like, and
That's
then
horrible.
yeah, and because there wasn't there, I don't. What I think it was there wasn't a lot of like at home gun safes. Like there was just like lockers that were like easy to like get into or like cabinets.
Aren't guns really hard to shoot though? Like you have to undo the safety and shit.
Well, if the safety's
It's
not
not
on, then
hard.
it's easy.
The safety is literally just like a like
it's just a little
switch.
knob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a fucking dingus. I wouldn't even be able to figure out how to shoot it if it was off.
Okay, then I do
don't
not want
know,
you on my
guns are
apocalyptic
pretty
team.
Easy. Yeah, you figure it out.
I feel like if I was at a shooting range, I would have like an intrusive thought like that of like I could just fucking flip it and shoot everybody in the shooting range.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. Totally.
That's so scary. It's like ooh, too much power. No thanks.
I think it's interesting how we haven't had one like sexual intrusive dark thought. Like they're all like violent.
Yeah, that's true. Although I do have sexual intrusive thoughts as well, but they are mostly more violent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of mine are sexual.
Yeah, they are.
Violently sexual?
No.
He paused.
No, things that like have like reliving things that have like I've gone through in the past.
Is that an
Oh, okay.
intrusive thought though, or is that just like a memory?
Like a flash memory or something?
I think it's intrusive when it's negative and like you're
Okay.
reliving it because it was like traumatic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have that too. I'll have like flashbacks of like terrible sexual encounters. But sometimes I'll have the thought of just like some like thing, but, like in situations where I'm not even like interested in people and I'll look at them, I'll be like, I could just suck their dick right now. Or I could like, I have even like a lot with like when I'm around like certain women, I'm like, I could just like start fucking them right now. But
What if we didn't say another word for the rest of the podcast?
I have those. Okay, next one. Hey, ladies and Lee, an intrusive thought of mine is when an old person gets out of hand, especially some rando in the store or restaurant or work or whatever, and I think to myself, man, this old fuck about to catch these hands. I would never act on it, but sometimes, and we've all dealt with an elderly who gets too rowdy and disrespectful, where I'm like, I will break you, LOL.
LOL indeed.
Yeah, you could beat the shit out of an old person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could you could just fucking whoop ass on an old
Bitch.
crinkly person. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a crinkle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that happens in fucking like
100% in old person homes.
yeah.
Yeah,
What are they
'cause
called? Old person home.
Like assisted living.
Yeah, but there's like a word.
Yeah, there is. It's
Elderly.
no, it's a
Pre-gaming the grave. What is it called?
It's a geriatric fuck pod, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why there's always these stories of like elderly abuse being reported. You know?
Nursing home.
Nursing home.
home.
Jesus
You want to hear
Christ.
something really dark?
Yeah.
This is fucked. My mom was on jury duty a few years ago, and the case was for a young guy, like 25, who was going to prison for raping like elderly women in the nursing home.
And he was going to jail?
Yeah, he's going to prison.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but he had
Jesus.
been caught like raping and like beating up.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's really dark. Okay, anyway.
Ooh.
So that guy's in prison. Thank God. Let him rot.
Peace.
My boyfriend is obsessed with football and has been nonstop watching every game every single weekend. I have been thinking about spiking his beer with laxatives.
Yeah, do it.
I want him to feel miserable,
Mhm.
as that's how I feel while he is spending all his time and attention on a game that does not matter.
Speak on it, girl.
I truly feel it would bring me such joy to see him shitting himself. Am I wrong? I'm being serious.
No, I'm being serious. Fucking do it.
That's so fucking funny.
And do it
honestly.
every single time he do it. Train him like a fucking dog.
Yeah, so
every
then- yeah.
time that he is like thinking about sports, talking about sports, watching sports, just to give him a little kiss of that fucking sweet brown goo juice, whatever it is,
Yeah.
laxative. Yeah, and then watch him slowly start to hate it.
So he can associate every single time he watches
He's
a
like,
game.
"Ah."
He can associate it with explosive diarrhea.
Having a shitty time. Yeah,
There we go.
do it.
I love that.
That's really good.
I'd say we do one more.
One more. Okay. Hey, ladies, I definitely should have written in for pet peeves because those are much lighter, but I didn't. So here's some of my intrusive thoughts: driving on the interstate and getting the urge to run my car off the road. Easy.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. Driving under an overpass and imagining the semi passing above wrecking into me. Okay.
Love it.
Running over people in parking lots or bike riders while saying 10 points, like Mario Kart or some shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's a Bill Burr bit.
I also feel like that's common.
Mhm.
I sometimes, unfortunately, think of living or dead relatives during sex or while masturbating.
Oh!
I have done that. I have accidentally had that happen.
Really?
Yeah, where I've been masturbating and I think of like the last thing that I want on my mind, and then like my dad will pop into my head, and I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Those are horrific ones. I hate
Really?
those.
Okay. And for how long does it last?
Like a second. Yeah, because I'm just like, stop. Like, ugh. Yeah, but it's always this like part in my brain that's like, what if you thought about the worst thing right now?
Wow.
I hate it. It's hate it.
Wow.
I know. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I was raised Catholic and believing in God, and all my dead relatives watched me as a child, so I would hide under my covers so they wouldn't see me. I had to take the magazine out of my gun because I was scared my monkey brain would take over and shoot myself. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Very common.
I had no desire at all to shoot myself or die, really, but the more I thought about how I could if I wanted to and just how easy it sounded, I just really thought I could do it before my conscious brain knew what I was doing. So yeah, the gun isn't loaded anymore.
Good.
Anyway, thanks for making me laugh while I'm miserable at work. Love my little honkers.
Oh, honk honk.
We love you, little honker.
That was a great one to wrap up.
That was a perfect one.
Put
Really-
a bow on it.
Yeah, it did. It really, really did.
Okay, fuck. Jesus.
And that is our episode of Intrusive Thoughts, where you just heard all of the fucking insane, weird shit that we think about.
Yeah.
And hopefully that made you guys
Feel less alone.
feel less alone in your own weird, fucked up thoughts.
Yeah,
Because again, feelings and thoughts aren't facts.
they aren't.
Your thoughts are just swimming through your
Let
head.
them move through you.
Let them move through you.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys liked this, or even if you hated it, I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. We already know that you love it. So go tell a friend. Go tell someone that you have dark thoughts about. Please subscribe wherever y'all can. And just join us on Patreon because our episodes are even more unhinged than we are for this episode.
Yeah, believe it or not, we keep this shit a little bit more tame.
Oh, also in that Vulture article, it said that we were all sober. And I just want everyone to know I did have 5 glasses of wine 2 nights ago. And then I called my ex 9 times in a row and then blocked him. So nobody's perfect, but I'm close.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you never said sober. You said Al-Anon isn't sober. so-
Al-Anon is not with alcohol, but LOL.
Yeah.
Okay, cute. Bye.